I think I turned the live messages on. Yes, I did. What's up, everybody? Good Friday morning. If you're catching this on the replay, good morning, wherever, whatever you're doing, or good afternoon, wherever, whatever you're doing. And it is about 9 a.m. here in Thailand on Friday, getting ready for the weekend. And the countdown is on to the weekend. I heard there's some very special things happening this weekend behind the YouTube scenes, and I'm very excited for those. Monger says, hello, good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Dan O. Glad you guys are watching and tuning in. I appreciate you stopping by. We're just going to talk and chat a little while and see what's going on with everybody. Richard says, the subscriber formerly known as Richard Holiday is in the house. Richard, he does not sound nearly as excited. No, it doesn't, Richard. It doesn't. He does not sound nearly as excited. No, it doesn't, Richard. It doesn't. Good morning, Chad. Hope everything's going well with you. I love your pictures from Bangkok, by the way, man. Loving it. Good morning, Robert. Very good to see you. Mikey, how are you, sir? Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you could drop by for sure. Been lots to talk about the way I do my live streams. I'm just going to keep doing them the same way. I'm just going to try to finish my sentences before I say hello to guys, but I'm always going to speak to you guys. Friday night market on Beach Road can't go amiss in Jomtien. Well, I think I'm going to be in Jomtien tonight, Monger, so I might just have to try that. In fact, maybe I'll get you to guide me again. DJ says, hello to you, DJ. Sedona, do you live in Pattaya? Have a nice weekend from New York. I do not live in Pattaya, but I thank you for telling me to have a nice weekend, and I hope you do as well, sir. Richard says, I'm holding back on the super chat so that I can buy you coconut waters and colas with a seed. That sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I've never asked for a super chat. Never will. All that stuff's up to you guys. John P., how are you, sir? I saw you in Chris's stream earlier, and I saw you say hello. I just didn't have time to respond, so don't think I didn't see you there, bro. I need some Thai sunshine. I just drove home through a blizzard in New Jersey. Woo! Yes, you do need some Thailand sunshine. DJ, my hand is almost completely healed. My arm is not quite as healed, but I am definitely feeling better. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Tommy, good morning. We have someone in the house named Christ. Good morning to you. Steve says, with you from Philly, rock on. Steve, good to see you. I'm glad you dropped by. Good morning, Carbon. Glad you were here as well, sir. It's good to see some of you guys. It's kind of becoming like a family, really, in here. And I'm just so excited about what's happening with the channel and what's happening with you guys and the content I'm going to bring you. I'm going to bring you a couple of walking live streams this weekend, I hope. I did decide that I will be in the Pattaya area and Jomtien area this weekend. Sedona says, I'll be in Bangkok on Wednesday for 3 months. Hope to meet you. Absolutely, you can do that, sir. Glenn Who says, hello, first time here. Good to meet you. You too, sir. Or ma'am. I assume you're sir. Ron, hello, Ron. How are you doing, my friend? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you on this Friday morning. What countdown you're referring to? Oh, it's the countdown for the weekend, Carbon. Only got a few hours of work left, and then time for the weekend. Taking some days off next weekend to handle some stuff in Bangkok. So very excited about that. In fact, I'm only working 2 days next week. Let's see. DJ says, oh yeah, I forgot this morning there. How is Steve? Which Steve? Montelli? I haven't talked to Montelli in a few days, but last I heard, he's doing great. He's old, so he sleeps a lot. You know how that goes. The other Steve, I've heard from him recently. He's dropped in on a couple live streams. He's doing good. John says, will there be 1127? I have no idea what that means, John. I'm sorry. Richard says, Jeremy, if you increase your content a little more, you could have your own cable TV channel in Thailand. I hear you, man. David, thanks for all the info, Jeremy. You are very welcome. Richard says, hi from North Carolina. Hello, Richard, from my home state. Glad you were tuning in, sir. Carmen says, right, so sounds good. Howdy, John. Good to see you. Tommy says to hit the like button. That's entirely up to you guys, but always appreciated. yeah, man, just getting ready for the weekend and looking very, very much forward to maybe getting another tour guide from Monger there. Not sure. I'm gonna potentially try to check out that beer complex that I showed you guys last week. Good morning, James. There you are. Knew you'd show up. I'm gonna try to show you guys that beer complex, like in the afternoon, maybe. I don't know for sure. We'll see what happens, and that's in Jomtien, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Richard says my next Thai trip will check off the 200 days spent in Pattaya. So many lessons learned with those 200 days. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to get here, man. He actually said that he will be there on 11/27. Oh, I got you. 11/27. Cool, man. Cool. I'm sure I'll be around somewhere. But yeah, I'm really excited about this weekend. I'm going to be shooting some content for you guys. Definitely some content that I haven't shot before. Nonchalant Incorporated. I have a few questions. One, what do I need to do so I'm able to visit the Philippines for longer than the 29 days allowed? 2, I hear you can apply for a visa once I arrive. 3, stay there for 3 years allowed. Stay there for 3 years allowed on tourist visas. True. What I need to do so I'm able to visit longer than 29 days? You just need to go and renew your visa after or before those 29 days. You can apply for a visa once you arrive. You absolutely can. Monger Me Sideways says, don't go too early to the beer complex. It'll be dead. Yeah, I have to work on that one. John says, is Anna Taxi a good taxi? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Anna Taxi. John, sorry about that. Not familiar at all. So I want to shoot some stuff for you guys that covers a few different locations, a few different things that I haven't shot thus far, and hopefully we'll get some fresh stuff going next week. I'm definitely going to talk about the change to tourist visas. Definitely going to do that. Also going to have a vlog on some legalization stuff and a few other things coming up. There's something happening tonight. Ooh, got to see what that brings, and maybe or maybe not, I'll inform you guys on what the repercussions will be from that. Fran says, hello to you, Fran. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for dropping by. Raspberry Kennedy, hey, love your videos, great information. Finally caught you live. Raspberry, I'm very glad to see you, and thank you for stopping by. I do not believe I have seen you before, so I believe it is your first time catching me live, and I am very, very glad you're here, sir. Or ma'am, I'm not sure, but I'm very glad you're here, and thank you for stopping by and commenting. Really appreciate it. Fran says, Anna Transport Services, Thailand is good, used them before, great prices. Cool. I did not know that. Robert says, nonchalant, if you want to stay longer, hide in the bushes. That's funny. Nonchalant says, so how often do I need to apply for visas to reside the full 3 years? Well, you can do it in many ways. You can do it every other month. You can do it in 6-month intervals, and there may be even longer extensions than that now. I'm not sure. The last time I was there, those were the 2 ways to do it. Let's see. What is wrong with Tim G? What are you, kumbaya? What are you talking about, man? Let me go back up. Hang on. Let's see. Lost my place. Tim is singing Kumbaya. I'm worried about you, Tim. I'm really worried. DJ says night market shopping or night food. You mean foot massage? I tell you, the foot massages are great, man. Foot massages are wonderful. Nonchalant says, I hear visa for 2, 3, and 6 months at a time. That sounds about right. It's been a while since I've been in the Philippines, and immigration laws change all the time in both these countries. So, it could be 2, 3, and 6 months. Very, very well could be. Artist BB, how much money do I need to stay 3 months in Thailand? Oh, Lord. That all depends on what you want to do, artist. All depends on what you want to do, man. If you want to party it up, live it up, you're going to need a lot of money. If you just want to come here and hang out and see a few things, you're not going to need that much. It's up to you, man. Let's see. DJ Raider says, Cheap Charlie is back in Ohio. Well, that's cool. Tim G says you should get that. I think I got it, Tim. You have to message me, man, but I think I got it. Not sure. Marine Corps is in the house, and we have been missing you, man. Glad to see you back, and really glad you're here. Always glad you're here. One of my biggest supporters, and I really appreciate that guy a lot. Nonchalant says, got you. Thank you for the info. No problem. John P says, just a matter of time until Travel Channel offers you your own show. Yeah, that would be awesome. Hope everyone is good, Marine Corps says. I'm doing good. Hope everybody else is. Richard says, Artist BB 1 million bot. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Robert says, massage my food. What's wrong with that? That sounds a little weird, but hey, whatever your thing is, man. Carmen says, while in Thailand, is it okay to walk around with a nice high-end camera? Yeah, sure. Thailand's pretty safe. Pretty safe country. I would walk around with my high-end. If I still had my high-end stuff, I would walk around with it. Steve says, hi from cold, minus 10 degrees Celsius. Woo, Canada. Man, that's cold. That's cold, cold, cold. Non-Petch, anything major happening in Thailand currently? News-wise, not really. There's a couple pieces of news that I briefly discussed yesterday in a live stream, one of which was the upcoming changes to the Thai tourist visa, and I'm going to discuss that more in a video that I will probably shoot later tonight and release to you guys tomorrow or Sunday. Hey, Jim. Good to see you, man. Tony says, good morning, Jeremy. I was wondering, how do you feel about Costa Rica? I know you were considering Vietnam. Costa Rica is an option. When I get ready to head toward the South American, down that direction, that's certainly an option for sure. Raymond, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Fran says, Thailand safer than USA. I believe that. Hey, Thai-tastic, good to see you, man. Monger says, he's saying hi too. Tommy, hey, Marine, thanks for service. Absolutely, thank him for his service. He's still serving the country in one way or the other. He definitely serves this community, that's for sure. Robert says, if you walk around with I got to remove, Robert, I got to remove that one, man. Sorry. I don't know what button I just hit. I hope I didn't just accidentally put you in timeout. I'm very sorry if I did. But I got to remove that comment because of the AK in there. But it's all right, though, man. I get you. Artist says, is it safe to live in Thailand? Your views? Yes, absolutely. I like it here. I think it's very safe. What was your favorite camera brand and model? Personally, I'm a Canon shooter. Right now, they don't have, if I had to go with anything, it would be the 1DX Mark II, but that's a $6,000 camera body. I currently shoot on a Canon M50, so if that tells you anything about my prices in cameras. Island Boy, food subpar in Costa Rica compared to Thailand. That may be true. That's something I have to find out. Joseph, hey Joseph, been a while, man. Glad to see you. Hadn't seen you in a long, long time. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate it very much. Let's see. Second Wind says, I live in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Well, I know where you are. Just started watching you. I knew your accent sounded familiar. Great channel. Thank you so much. And, yep, I'm very familiar with the Elizabeth City area. Nonchalant says, if your monthly benefits are less than $900 US, which Asian country would you recommend would get the best value for housing, food, and cost of living? That's a tough one, man. I've only lived in the Philippines and Thailand, so I really, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not sure. I'm really not. And I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't give you information that hasn't even been given to me by somebody who is accredited or anything I don't know personally. So unless I'm basing it on the experience of others, and I couldn't tell you. 900 USD is not much in terms of lifestyle. Soka says Latin America is a lot more costly than Southern Asia. I agree with that. I think it is too. I've been to Peru. That's the only place I've been to. Mike says, is it okay to drink beer on the beach over there? That's a good question, Mike. I don't drink, so I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Let's see. Jono, hello, Jeremy. Not much to add. The chat just want to say hello. Thank you for saying hello, Jono. It's good to see you. Frank is talking to Monk, or Franz is talking to Monk, excuse me. Joe says Thailand seems like a Waikiki now. It used to be third world country not long ago. Yeah, it's definitely not third world over here for sure. Carbon says that means you're a well-qualified and studied photographer. Nice choices. I would say I'm qualified and studied. I don't know about how well, but I do my best. James says if you drink alcohol, Thailand can be more expensive than you think. Bring an extra $1,000 if you want to party. That's probably a very good idea, James. Tommy Jones says 900 is not enough, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Richard says, Jeremy, you get a haircut looking high in there, but I did, man. I went and got one last night. Marine Corps says, yeah, 900, I sent it enough, keep working. It's not enough, keep working. Robert said, Robert, you're hilarious, man. Prep for it. How are you, man? Been a while since I saw you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming by. Says, still love the channel, don't change. Absolutely, man. We're gonna keep it rocking and rolling no matter what happens. Island Boy says 900 is survival. I agree. I think that 900 is survival, or is surviving, not living. I agree with that statement completely. Big C, good morning, man. Hadn't seen you in a while. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. Jack D says, serious, if you carry a flag around on Beach Road in Pattaya, will Chinese people follow you? I don't know, but I do know that the tour guys carry flags around, and they get followed by a lot of Chinese people. Artist says, why you moved to Thailand, sir? 3 good reasons. Well, one, I was living in the Philippines, and it was not going very well, so I left. 2, Thailand was the next logical option on my journey across Southeast Asia because I'm trying to travel Southeast Asia. And 3, it made the most sense at the time simply because of the infrastructure. I wanted to live, I came from the Philippines, and if you know anything about Thailand versus the Philippines, you know that Thailand is at least about a decade ahead of let's see, got to hide the LB comment there, can't have that on here. If you know anything about the difference, Thailand is at least about a decade ahead in terms of infrastructure, so you know, it just made more sense. Let's see, DT says I lived on 580 for 580. Wow, that's crazy. Good for you, man. I couldn't do it. Mickey says I can spend $500 in a couple of days in Bangkok. I never pronounce these words right. Nakhon Phanom, not so much, but stuck in the countryside. LOL. I get you, Mikey. I definitely get you. Tommy says yes, you can drink on the beach. That's good to know. DT says for 40 days. Wow, man, you must have really been like. Are you a backpacker or something? Just curious about that. Ty says, did you use an agency to find your work in Thailand? No, sir. I used a website. Just went on a website, put on my resume, and actually got a call a few hours later. It was pretty cool. 30 days. That's still a long time to live off $500, man. Good for you. Steve says drinking beer on beach is fine. Smoking banned on beach in Pattaya. Charles Wilkie says I spent 500 USD in one night in Bangkok. One of the best nights of my life. I will do it again soon. I do not even drink alcohol. I hear you, bud. Raspberry says, are you going to visit Hua Hin? I love it there. Very quiet, nice beach, just really nice atmosphere. Definitely going to visit there. Definitely going to visit Cham pretty soon. And that whole area. So I'm looking forward to that. Island Boy says 580 is painful. I would be inclined to agree with you. Robert says, would you ever live in China, Russia, or the Ukraine? I have no desire to live in either of those countries. Not saying anything bad about them. I just am not inclined. Richard says, everyone says money won't make you happy, but everyone wants to find out for themselves. That's so true. So true. JL says, hello, Jeremy. Can I message you on Facebook for some advice? Of course. Absolutely. Charlie, are you a bell ringer? That's funny. I hope everybody knows what that means. Robert says, so what's the countdown? I just got countdown. It's countdown to the weekend, man. Countdown to the weekend. It's almost time for Friday night to be here, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Excited about the weekend, excited about the content I'm going to bring you guys this weekend. Got some good stuff coming up, and I'm really excited. Let's see, Fran says you could get on $900 USD not partying and live in Chiang Mai, no alcohol, and only eat Thai street food. Can be done on a very, very strict budget. Yeah, that's not really like living to me. You know, when you have to live by a strict budget in Southeast Asia, you might as well live by a strict budget in your home country. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. James Dean says, I've never seen anyone get into trouble for drinking alcohol on the beach, and they sell beer on the beach, so I'm sure it's okay. Tommy says, 75 watching. Yep, we're doing pretty good, and it's all because of you guys. You guys rock. I keep telling you guys rock, and people think I'm making it up and just trying to be nice to get super chats and all this stuff. You guys rock. You guys rock. Period. I don't care what anybody thinks I'm trying to do or not trying to do. You guys rock. You guys are the reason this channel is growing, and I'm forever grateful for it. Yeah. So anyway, does anybody else have any suggestions for things to do this weekend? Because it's hard, guys, to get a lot of content in. This is one reason why I'm looking at going with like a volunteer visa or something like that in April rather than teaching, is so I have more free time. Because I get there on Friday night and I basically have Saturday to make content. Plus, I now have friends that live in the Pattaya area, so I want to visit them as well. And then I have Sunday morning to kind of wrap things up. So, you know, it's hard to travel on the weekends, especially with the channel growing the way it is and trying to keep up with comments and everything else, because you guys comment a lot and I really appreciate it. But it definitely requires a lot of time. Franz agrees with me on the budget. Nonchalant says 900 USD is crazy when housing costs 650. Yeah, that's true. Big C, we had a family party last night, 20 plus people, kids, cost 1,500 baht each time. Wow, that's cheap, man. Do the Flying Fox in Jomtien. I have no idea what that is, but I'll check it out, friends. Raspberry says I'd love to see more cultural things like temples, etc. I have plans to do those things, Raspberry. The only problem is finding the time to do them. And those are things that have to be scheduled. And again, when you work 40 hours a week and then you have a fairly decent sized YouTube channel, this is not no million subscriber YouTube channel, but it still takes a lot of my time. And so to making the content, it's just not easy to find a lot of time to do a whole bunch of stuff. So I really have to plan things out. Daryl says you live there for the lifestyle. If you try to do that on $900, it's better to earn more money at home and enjoy your life. I would have to say I agree with you. Robert says drink, fall down, get up, drink, fall down, then repeat whenever possible. I hear you, man. Ty says the biggest market in Pattaya is in between Jomtien and Pattaya City on Therapist Road, only on Friday through Sunday night. I think I've been there, Ty. I think I went there once with a friend, I believe. Rashard says, Jeremy, how about the challenge I gave you, zip lining off that tower in Jomtien? You still up for it? Of course I'm still up for it. Definitely up for it. Absolutely. It's just like probably when I have the time off next week, that's probably when I'll wind up doing something like that, I hope. Let's see, Prep For It says, hey Jeremy, would you do a video where you just buy everything for a few days at 7-Eleven? I might, but I'm not sure I would eat everything for a few days from 7-Eleven because it's really, really unhealthy to do something like that. Raspberry said, I understand, no stress, just suggestion, thank you, and absolutely your suggestion is well taken. I actually have a couple videos on a couple of temples that I've shot. One is the Sanctuary of Truth. You can look it up, it's on the channel. Also shot a few temples and some Buddhas on a trip I went to, but I cannot remember the name of the city. It was on a work trip. Fran says that's the same thing as Richard T. Zipline as the Flying Fox. Ah, gotcha. Nonchalant says at the end of each live feed, it would be hilarious to close by you doing the Running Man. Yeah, that ain't happening. Marine Corps says I was supposed to go with them and 80. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Carvin, get on Jeremy's Facebook page and hit me up. Yep, he's on there. I think he's on there. If you're talking about the Facebook group, I believe he's on there, Marine Corps. James says, hope it's a safe Friday for you, not like last week. Yeah, I know, right? Everything, like I said, my hand's looking much better, so everything's healing up. And, you know, I got the bike fixed immediately. I left that Friday. They basically replaced the front end of the bike. I picked it up on Sunday, and I was good to go. When I got home last weekend from Pattaya, the bike was fixed, and I was ready to go. Monger says, live stream the zip line. That would be a Thailand first. I'd love to do that, but I need something to strap to me first. I'm trying to work on that one, man. That would be cool. If I could find a way to strap in my my DJI Osmo, if I can find some kind of wrist strap for it, I'll do that. I promise you I will. Elite says, hi. Hello, Elite. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Let's see. Ty says, will be a shame if you were not in Thailand for Songkran in April. Vietnam is calling. I've already done one Songkran, so you know, the Vietnam thing is definitely, I just got some more information about it last night. It's definitely a possibility, but it just depends on several variables. Fran says, go to the Pattaya water park. Lots to look at. I understand. RT says, do I have to learn Thai if I want to live in Thailand? It's not a bad idea. I probably would. I don't know Thai, and I make it, but, you know, it's not always easy. The language issue is definitely, or the language barrier is definitely an issue. Elite says, do you believe our marketing agency would be a success in Bangkok? I have no idea. I don't know what you market or what you do. Hit me up on Instagram, maybe, possibly. But building a business in Thailand, you really need to do your research on that first, because there are a lot of red tape that you're going to have to cut and go through. Nobi Odie says, wear gloves while riding. It only takes one episode of having to grow the skin back on your hands to figure this out. You said that right. Absolutely correct. Robert says, Jeremy, if you're on a zip line that high, you need a parachute. Well, I agree, but you know, it is what it is. Me Busy says, hi Jay, I know I will want a bike when I get there like you. I want one that I could put some bags on. I have some power. My drone is massive. Are they easily found over there? Oh yeah, you can find them over here, no problem. Carbon says, right on, Mike. He's talking about something else. Elite says, what's your Instagram handle? It is jeremy.clodfelter, just like the name of this channel, but it just has a dot between my first and last name. Yes, you do need a license, George. That's very true. Licenses are important here, very important, because they will fine you and or potentially take you to jail. Daryl says, let's see, is Soy 6 dead, as the Gentleman's Club seem to be the way it's done these days? Thoughts? Daryl, I have no problem with your comment, but I'm going to remove it just because YouTube is so politically correct these days. I'll answer your question, though. I don't know anything about the Gentlemen's Clubs. I swear to God, never been to one. Don't know. Been down Soy 6 a few times. It didn't look dead. That's really all I can tell you, man. Me busy. Oh, a license for your drone. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't have a drone, so I don't know. That's a really good question. Rashard, Jeremy's a tough guy. He won't wear gloves. Country strong. I hear you, man. I will. I do actually have gloves, and I do need to wear them. It is important. Robert says parachute and up to date wheel. I hear you, man. Prep Fort says another video idea is maybe go with a friend or subscriber to an ATM or exchange place and show us how to do it right, and I get ripped off. Thanks. I might do that. I don't exchange money at exchange places, but I do have subscribers that do, so maybe they'll be willing to do it. If I can find one who is willing to do that, then certainly, why not? Sure. Artist says, have you visited Walking Streets in Thailand? I have visited there, and I do have thoughts on that. Those are going to be coming out in separate videos, just simply because of the nature of YouTube and the political correctness that it requires these days. I have to be careful what I put on here. Not that there's anything scandalous or anything like that in the videos. It's just have to be careful. Thoughts on walking street is it's just another walking street. You know, it is what it is. There's no. I mean, everybody knows what the deal is. So, Marine Corps says off to work. Hit me up, Carmen. Thanks, Jeremy. Headed to work. Talk soon. All right, Marine Corps, have a good day, man. Great to see and hear from you, and take care at work. Be safe. Pundit says, hey, man, hey, M8, how much for the license for a drone? I have no idea. No idea. Me busy. Would the universal license be accepted, like, from AAA? That's a good question. That's one I don't have. I saw your notification, Elite. Thank you for following. I very much appreciate it. We'll have some conversations later on. Let's see. Ty says Kevin Thailand went to the edge of the zip line all strapped up when he reached 10,000 subs. However, he bottled it, got scared. Far play to him posted the video. So in other words, he didn't do it, I guess. Pundit King says, how about the border crossing vid? You mean the Thai visa, the changes to the Thai visa? That's coming. It's coming. I just doing a little extra research on it. Want to make sure I give the most up-to-date information I can, because I'm sure by the time they actually implement the changes that it'll change. Immigration policies in Southeast Asia change all the time, guys. That's just a fact. I'm not putting any country down or anything like that. They change. Sometimes from month to month, sometimes from week to week. It's just the way it is here. Let's see. Artis BB says, very good walking. I hear you, man. Me busy. Yes, you do have to have a license for the drone, but I'm asking about the driver's license. AAA, can you purchase? I have heard that you can. I do not know. I have not tried AAA, so I do not want to misguide you or mislead you in any way. I personally have not tried that, so I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Me busy. I would imagine that's something you could probably find out on the internet. Be happy to maybe do a video on it at some point. John P says, Thanksgiving next week. Do you like white meat or dark meat? I don't care. Either one. It doesn't matter. I like food. Daryl says, TransferWise is the best way to avoid exchange fees, but you need a Thai bank account. That's very true, TransferWise. Very, very true. I would have to say I agree with that statement, yeah. OWM, greetings from Virginia. Greetings to you, and good evening to you. Ron says, AAA UL is supposed to be good 1 year, I think. Okay, there you go, Ron. Thank you for your input. Very much appreciated. George says, what are your challenge for 15K subs? Challenge for 15K subs? I'm not sure what you mean by that, George. From this point, I'm just trying to keep the channel going in a positive direction. You know, and trying my best to make sure that you guys are getting good quality content, and I'm giving it to you as much as I possibly can. I don't really have a challenge for it. But you're welcome to elaborate on that, and I'll happily ask you. Let's see. What's a good bank to set up an account? Depends on what kind of visa you're on, I would think, Pundit King. For me, I set up a bank with a local bank, or an account with a fairly local bank, because my job did it for me. I would recommend going with a national bank like, what is it, THB or TBH, or the Bank of Thailand, or something like that. Bangkok has a bank. Stuff like that would probably be the best thing to go with. Robert says, to go on a zip line, I'd have to be seriously drunk first. Yep, I don't do that. That means I have to be sober, so I have to do it. George says, when driving in Thailand, did you find that your reflexes were off as they drive on the opposite side of the road? It does take some getting used to, George. It really does. But fortunately, I had been driving a scooter for a few months in the Philippines, so the scooter, you know, the whole motorbike thing wasn't that new to me. All friends, you know we're not going to talk about that. George says, me busy, yes, international license is good for 1 year, then convert to Thai with minor check. Cool. Me busy says, I really didn't notice what it costs for the drone registration. Sorry, I will check on all that tomorrow. We'll let you know as soon as I find out. Yeah, please do, because that would be some good information. If that really would, that would be great. I plan on getting a drone eventually, but I have other goals first. Carbon says, I'd like to sponsor a quality teriyaki chicken meal review in the near future. Let me know, brother. I will be more than happy. I will be more than happy to do a teriyaki chicken meal review for you, no question. Fran says, I got a 2-year international license in Australia. Well, that's cool. I didn't even know you could get a 2-year international license. I like that. George says, challenge, zip line, paragliding, water. Well, I guess you're talking about the things to do here. Yeah, there is a lot. All right, Robert, we'll see you in 5. Pundit King says, subscribe, great channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, and welcome to the channel, sir. I assume you're a sir. Thank you so much for that, and appreciate the support. I'm glad you're on board. Richard says, coconut water sales are spiking in Pattaya and Jomtien. Anything to do with you? Probably, because I drink a lot of coconut water. You know what I do, man. I drink a lot of coconut water, although I'm drinking actual water this morning. I just haven't made it over to the coconut stand yet. Where are you right now? I am in Thailand, Lil. That's where I'm at right now. Tommy says, I'm looking at Bangkok Bank. They have a branch in NYC, so it is easy to transfer money. Very good point, Tommy. Thank you for the good information. George Sweden says, at me busy. Talking about something else, okay. Fran says, maybe go to Kolarn, visit via public ferry this weekend, JC. You would love it. I actually plan on doing that with Richard next weekend, so I'm going to wait on him. Soka says, I do like your style of vlogs. A lot of positive content, not the party vlogs. I am tired of them. Very good. Keep up the good work. Excuse me, the good work. Thank you very much for that comment. I very much appreciate it. BB says, a few of your videos over the past couple of months, you've been sick. Think your stomach will eventually adjust? I hope so, man. I really hope so. Ty says, just sent you the link for the cat if you're wondering if you wanted to share regarding drone flying. Oh, okay, cool, man. Cool. I can't do it right now because I'm on my cell phone, but I definitely will take a look at it. Thank you for that, Ty. Appreciate it. And me busy is talking to George, asking what they're up to. Thank you, Raspberry. Appreciate that comment as well. Very nice of you guys. So 84 of you guys watching right now, and I appreciate every one of you being here for sure. See, Richard says the islands await us, Jeremy. I know, it's great. I can't wait, man. Matrix says, hi, now. Ooh, let's talk about this. Hi, now you working there, do you still get your SSDI from the U.S.? Vitrix, nobody has ever said that I got SSDI from the United States of America, ever. And I don't know why people are under such impression that I get some type of Social Security or not. Number one, let me ask you this question. Why would it matter? Number two, I already told you guys that I get a return on investment and ROI from the States. So what's your point in asking that question? Is there any relevance to that? I get a return on investment from the United States of America. And I've said that over and over and over. And I've also said over and over and over that my income and where it comes from specifically is none of anybody's business. So I don't ask you where your income comes from. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see, what else we got? Ty says, just sent you the link. Okay, I agree. JL, does Thailand have Dr. Pepper when I visit the Philippines? I don't know. I don't know about Dr. Pepper. I'm not sure about Dr. Pepper. I don't know if I've seen Dr. Pepper over here, to be honest with you. Sweet Guy says, love your accent. Thank you very much. David says, have you been up north and eaten any of their snake meat? I have not. Pundit King, one more from me. What is the best internet provider and rates? I go with AIS, and I also have a True Card as well. So it is what it is. I would say AIS is probably the most reliable, but that's just my personal opinion. Richard says, Jeremy, my thoughts on the trolls and haters. You will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog. That's very true. That's very true. That's why I don't even care about it. I mean, I really don't care. I don't care. It's like, I'm so open and honest about everything in my life with you guys, and people want to call out this, not just find the littlest thing to pick up like it's going to hurt me or something. Like, okay, go ahead, do your thing. It didn't work last time, and it won't work this time. But go ahead. Feel free. Larry says, hi, Jeremy. A drone license in Thailand costs 5,000 baht, but you will also have to get insurance, which should cover about 1 million baht. Wow. That's crazy. OWM says there's several restrictions on income when collecting SSDI. That may be true. I don't know. The coconut water companies should have you on their ads. Yes, James, they very should. They very for certain should, for sure. Pogi says, what's up, Jeremy? Stay safe, buddy. Thank you, Pogi. Appreciate it. Nobi says, I've been reading about mail scanning services. How do you get your U.S. mail in Thailand? I just have it mailed straight to where I live. Most of the time. I don't have any fancy system set up or anything. George says, I want to fly a drone in Thailand. So do I. Sweet Guy, let's see, DT says, Sweet Guy will be copying your accent in his next video. That's funny. Sweet Guy says, it's 5,000 baht for any drone. What about small DJI? I'm not sure. RT says, thank you for all those great answers, sir. Can you tell me why you decided to move out from the U.S., place like Thailand? Sure, I wanted to travel. That simple. It's really not any more complicated than that. George says, do you think you put enough budgeting planning when you decided to immigrate to Thailand? I personally feel most, including myself, did not plan correctly for actual daily expenses, monthly expenses. I think it's hard to plan for moving to a new country. I think you have to live here and then plan. I think you do the best you can planning, but once you get here, that budget's going to change. I bet hardly anyone has a drone license. I don't know. I have no idea. Pogi says, Jeremy, sorry, dude. I'm not sure what you are sorry for, but apology accepted. Pundit says, I like the apartment video. Appreciate that, Pundit. I'm glad you did. Robert is back in the house. Hello, Robert. Glad to see you back in the house. Larry says, Jeremy, the 1 million baht insurance coverage will cost about 150 US dollars. I'm assuming you're talking about the drone, right? Let's see. Foreigner to be says, AAA does give international license for Thailand, $30. I did not know that. Okay, let me ask you a question. Does AAA do that for anybody, or do you have to be like a AAA member? Is this like the same AAA that's in the United States? Because I'm not familiar. Somebody help me out with that. RT says, before I move to Thailand, would you recommend to have a holiday there? For absolutely, absolutely. Come and stay as long as you possibly can. To get your feet wet, to get everything on it's the longer you can stay before you move here will help you when you move here. Trust me on that, believe me. Absolutely, have a holiday, have 2 or 3 holidays. Pogi says, I called you Jeffrey in the comments. Oh, no, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. People call me all kinds of things in the comments. If Jeffrey's the worst thing anybody ever calls me again, I can assure you my feelings will not be hurt at all. I promise. So, yeah, I'm all good on that. No reason to apologize about that. But I am curious about the AAA thing because getting issued, let's see, Pundit says, oh, that would be a great vid, cost-effective hotels there. Oh, man. Hang on, guys. Brief interruption. Sorry about that. Guys, are you still with me? Sorry about that. Brief interruption there. My bad. Let's see. Pundit says, oh, that would be a great vid. Cost-effective hotels there. I've got a lot of videos on cost-effective hotels, Pundit. You should check out. But I will be doing more for sure. George says, AAA's for anyone. Very interesting. I'm going to Google that later and find out some more information on that. Richard says, the thing that first got me traveling outside the U.S. was I thought if I kept living an ordinary life, all I would have is ordinary stories. That is so true, Richard. That is so true, my man. Fran says, artists, you should come at least 3 to 4 times to Thailand, unless you're Jeremy before you expat. You know, my situation was a little bit different, but I agree with Fran's. You know, coming 3 to 4 times is a good idea. It really is. Pogi says, I am working on a online marketing thing to support me when I moved to the Philippines. I stayed there for the month of October. Good for you. Just be sure that if you do anything in the Philippines that has to do with Filipino citizens, if you're going to market to them, that you register it through the is it DSWD and the SEC, the Philippines SEC, because if not, it's illegal. So just be cautious of that. John says, brief interruption. Yeah, sorry about that. Larry says, Jeremy, yes, the drone, $150 or less. If you purchase the drone from DJI store in Bangkok, they will sell you the insurance. That is awesome, Larry. Thank you for that information. I'm very glad to know that. Because I will gladly, when I do decide to purchase a drone, I will definitely get into that. Plants on Purpose says, I got an international driver's license through AAA a month ago for $20. I am a member and live in Texas. That's cool. Carbon says, cameras, which is the best way to go, mirrorless or DSLR for a semi-beginner? You know, if you're going to travel a lot and you don't want big bulky cameras, then the DSLR is not the way to go. I would go mirrorless personally. I have a mirrorless camera now. I think the mirrorless cameras do a great job, and you don't need a full frame mirrorless either. There are plenty of companies. Fuji makes some great APS-C size censored cameras, mirrorless cameras. Canon also has, you know, the M50, which is a very decent camera with the crop sensor as well. I personally would go with the mirrorless unless you want to carry around a bulky DSLR. Entirely up to you. Also, the mirrorless glass, the lenses for the mirrorless cameras are much less expensive. David says, have you checked out Kanchanaburi? I think so. Without a doubt, the most beautiful place I've seen there. I think I did a video on that. Look on my channel, David. I believe there is a travel vlog on that place. I went there on a work trip. I think if you're talking about the place that has the floating hotels, then yes, I did. Pogi says, thanks, will do. No problem. Google sucks. Did you consider the Philippines before moving to Thailand? Yeah, I lived in the Philippines for 9 months before I moved to Thailand. Are you experienced? Good. Hey, how are you, man? Good to see you. Didn't know if you were going to make this one or not. Sweet Guy says, go mirrorless if you want to travel light. Absolutely. Pundit Kingo said, going to check some out before bed. Nice meeting you. Enjoy the adventure. Thank you, Pundit King. I appreciate you stopping by for sure. Robert says, Jeremy, have you been able to get any... no, I have not. I have not been able to find any yet, to be honest with you, Robert. I'm really gonna have to buckle down on that. How are bicycle rentals by the month in Pattaya? Any wrecks for a shop? I have not rented a bike. I rented one motorbike in Pattaya, and that guy died 2 weeks ago of a heart attack. So I really don't have a recommendation for you. I'm very sorry. Fran says, a lot of money hungry. Be careful yeah, you gotta be careful. Foreigner to be says, I just set up a bank account using my O Visa at the Siam Commercial Bank, Bangkok Terminal 21. Good info, Foreigner to be. Thank you. What countdown? Countdown to the weekend, man. Countdown to the weekend. It's almost Friday night, and I'm excited. How's your computer situation? Still plugging along with current? Yes. And so basically what it boils down to is this month's whatever I make this month on YouTube in terms of any income involved in YouTube, specifically AdSense, is going toward the computer that will be purchased at the end of December, because that is when I will get YouTube's check. Let's see. Let me go back here. JL, Jeremy, where does the term expat come from? I don't understand it. It's for I'm not sure either. Expat just means somebody that from a different country, basically. David says, I can confirm the issuance of international driver's license to no members for $20. Googled it. Awesome. So AAA offers it for non-members. That is cool, man. Maybe I'll check them out. Thank you, brother, very much appreciated for your response. Always, man. Always. Could you please tell me #1 spot to visit when I travel to Thailand? I can't. Good morning, Don. Good to see you, man. I don't know what the #1 spot is yet because I haven't visited enough places yet. So far, Pattaya has been my favorite place, but not because of the same reasons that it usually is for everybody else. I love the food, I love the people there, and I just have a good time. I really have a good time. Don C says, expatriate, that's true. Oh, I missed some comments, hang on. OWN says, U.S. government requires you apply for an international driving permit with either the American Automobile Association or the American Automobile Touring Alliance. Okay. Thai-tastic says, speed bikes, Pattaya are very good, French-owned, well-maintained bikes. There you go. Thanks for the information, man. Demus Rex says, can an American collect Social Security and live abroad? I guess they do. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess there are many people that collect Social Security that live abroad. Sweet Guy Traveler says, Artist BB King Palace. Wait. Hang on a second. 1 second, guys. I was talking to somebody else. George is talking to somebody else. David says, it's the bridge over the river. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the one I've been to. Howdy, boss. What type of tree is that? Boss, need a tree for the old garden. I don't know what you mean by tree. I have no idea. Not exactly sure what that means. Let's see. Talking to each other here, which is totally cool. Richard says, I was first. Do I get a gift? Well, we'll see what we can come up with, Richard. JL says, thanks. Ty is talking to somebody else. Me Busy says, LOL, I think he knows what expat means. I'm pretty sure he does too. James says, are you going to go dirt biking sometime in Thailand? That would be awesome. I haven't been on a dirt bike in years, so I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see. Ron says, how much should I have in USD for a 10-day trip to Pattaya? Oh, man, that all depends on what you want to spend and how much you want to. I mean, that's an impossible question to answer. It depends on what you want to spend, man. Would you consider going back to the Philippines, or have you found Thailand much better? At this point, there's only one reason I'm going back to the Philippines, and that'll only be for a short amount of time, and that'll be in the mid-future, and I have no desire to ever live in the Philippines again. Robert says, I'm disability, SSI, Medicaid, Medicare, and food stamps, and would be able to get all of my benefits in the Philippines. Not sure about Thailand. Again, I'm not sure either. Are you experienced? Says Ron, in Mexico depends on what you want to do. John says, how much? Nice round number, $1 million. I hear you, man. Bangkok, France recommends Bangkok or Phuket. Anyone with a driver's license in the U.S. not sure how it works in other countries. Are you experienced? Gives a little advice there. And John Martin says, of course, 1 million baht is enough. Richard says, I know a friend who spent 70,000 baht in one night. Wow. That's it, guys. I'm going to shut it down. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank the trolls for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to tonight, and I can't wait. I'm really excited. And I thank everybody who came out and commented on the channel. I want to thank everybody who has been involved in the success of the growth of this channel. And my buffering guy, sorry about that. Yeah, he probably rung the bell for 70,000 for sure. I'm sure he rang the bell a few times, but we're getting some kiddos out here, so I'm gonna head on in, guys, and get back to it. So everybody take care, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll see you tonight live. If not, I'll definitely have you guys some content coming very, very soon. So thanks a lot, guys, and always remember, if you want to know who I am, just watch my videos. Everybody take care. Oh, and if you don't do anything else today, make sure you do more life. It's very, very important. See you guys.